The San Francisco 49ers this past season probably had the most injury-riddled team, not only in the league this year, but possibly in league history. They had, just the most unlucky and injury-riddled team by far. From quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo to star defensive end Nick Bosa to just other players like Jason Verrett, Richard Sherman, just pretty much anywhere you want to look at this offense and defense, there was some sort of star being injured or some sort of key player who was not on the field the majority of the plays. However, the difference between Jimmy Garoppolo and a lot of the other guys that got injured on this team is that Jimmy Garoppolo, this is the second out of his 3 starting years where he's ended the year on the IR or he's ended the year injured. In 2018, it was when he tore his ACL, and this year is when he had his ankle issues. So I think for the 49ers, especially given the fact that he probably is the 4th best quarterback in the division right now, it's time for the 49ers to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo and try to improve their odds at that quarterback position. Now, if the 49ers are looking at their options to replace Jimmy Garoppolo, I think one of the best options that they have in terms of trying to acquire a quarterback is Carson Wentz of the Philadelphia Eagles. The first thing you might say about Carson Wentz going to the 49ers is he's probably more injury prone than Jimmy Garoppolo. And while understandably that is probably true, I think even when Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't injured for this team, I don't necessarily think that what he gave the 49ers was the most that they wanted out of him as a player. They've had a lot of elite options at that wide receiver position. Last year when they were in the Super Bowl, they had plenty of names like, Deebo Samuel, Emmanuel Sanders. They had George Kittle, who was playing at an all-pro level. They had some great running back play as well, and their offensive line was at the top of their game. Now compare that to this year when they had a little bit of trouble at the wide receiver and tight end position. Jimmy Garoppolo really struggled even in the moments he was on the field. And when he started to become a player who was off the field, the team got even worse. I think if you replace Carson Wentz in this offense, not only would you be upgrading your quarterback position, I think you would be upgrading the potential of the whole team. Carson Wentz has the ability to get outside the pocket. Carson Wentz has a little bit better ability to make plays off schedule at the quarterback position than Jimmy Garoppolo does. And understandably, you have to worry about the injuries. But I think at the same time, you take the injuries with a grain of salt, because if you're trading for a player and just kind of worrying about injuries the whole time, that's when players start leading to getting injured, is when they're worried about their injuries. If Carson Wentz were to go to this organization and kind of regain the confidence that he had in that 2017 MVP caliber season that he had, then I don't think there would even be a question about injuries. I don't think there would even be a question about him as a player anymore. Not to mention, the Philadelphia Eagles are a bit bent over a barrel here with this Carson Wentz situation. Not only did he not perform well this last year, but it seems like he wants out of the organization, he wants out of Philly, and like I said, they just have no real option other than trade them. Otherwise, they're going to have a quarterback behind him in Jalen Hurts who's just going to be wasting away on the bench, even though he obviously seems like he can be a capable starter in the league. And even if they start Jalen Hurts, why would they have somebody like Carson Wentz on the bench when they're paying him $30 million a year? And especially going into a season with Nick Sirianni as their new head coach, I think the only way that this Philadelphia Eagles organization can try to wipe the slate clean and start anew is try to move on from Carson Wentz and put him in a position to win, or put him in a position where, they're trading him for equal compensation. And like I said for the 49ers, I think the potential of Carson Wentz, if he's playing at least towards the top of where he's capable of playing, like he was, during his MVP caliber season, comparing that to what Jimmy Garoppolo is able to provide to this offense is a whole hell of a lot better than, Carson Wentz is a whole hell of a lot better than Jimmy Garoppolo in this offense. It's a better fit, in my opinion, for Carson Wentz being able to, just be relied upon as a guy to take chances. And with Kyle Shanahan calling the plays for him, I think it's the best situation for Carson Wentz. And it's a situation that can get him his confidence back and can, get him to prove he is a $30 million a year quarterback. And it's even better for Kyle Shanahan because if he is able to take this chance on Carson Wentz and prove that it's the right decision and, get back to the Super Bowl and possibly win it, then not only is Carson Wentz's career changed forever, but Kyle Shanahan becomes kind of, the guy to be looked at as a quarterback whisperer. Whether he wants to have that title or not, I don't know. But he probably will get the title as the guy who can fix quarterbacks and, get them to play at a level not a lot of people believe they could play at. with all that being said, that's going to be the video for me. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like. If you didn't, make sure you leave a dislike. Any feedback from you all at this point is much appreciated. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. If you're one of my returning subscribers, I appreciate you a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.